Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy CMoney. Listen, we got some things to talk about. Number one, that Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer dropped. Number two, the Xbox Stack don't stop, baby. And number three, if you a PlayStation player, you ain't safe. Let's get to these topics now. 98 million views. 98 million views. That's what the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer has right now at the time of this recording. That's astonishing. That's crazy. Grand Theft Auto is making waves. And of course, you watch that trailer and there's just no there's no denying what we saw. There's no denying how amazing it looks. Granted, games coming out 2025. That's a long time. I'm kind of low key really upset that they even put this out here, to be honest with you, because that's a long wait. That's a long wait. And I am not I don't know. I don't think I'm patient enough to wait for that. You can't do anything about it, but man, that thing was gorgeous. Gorgeous. The scale of that world, the amount of NPCs in that world, the quality of the animation of those NPCs in that world. It's just mind-blowing. The scale, I think, is ultimately the biggest thing. You just look at that and it's like, how huge is this game going to be? Now, again, they came out here and they showed us something, you know, almost a year and a half in advance. You got to imagine maybe the beginning, though I think Grand Theft Auto 5 was like in April or something like that. So, you have maybe about a year and a half um, between the time that they showed the first trailer and the time that we get another peek at this. Um, but it looks amazing, and they have not really let us down in that regard. Going back and looking at the other trailers, the game looked how it looks. So at the end of the day, I think there's a pretty good representation. Plus, they waited 10 years. They waited 10 years. They've been making this game for that long. They finally decided that now was the time to show it. You gotta know and you gotta imagine that at this point, this is where they feel confident, right? This is where they say, okay, this is a good base level. And the quality level is just gonna go up from here, right? Now it has been confirmed for Xbox Series X and S. And of course, when you think about the capability of these machines, it's a next gen only title. We should have expected this big of a leap, right? We should have expected it. But I think coming into this generation, we've been sitting here kind of, you know, holding our breath, waiting for like the next big next gen game. Like what was going to take us forward? Now, ultimately, this is a 2025 game, right? So we're going to have those experiences all of next year. So obviously, by the time that comes around, where Grand Theft Auto releases in 2025, we would have already seen a lot of next gen experiences. And maybe by then we won't be so astonished by how good GTA 6 looks because maybe it's just another good looking game at that point. I highly doubt anybody can match the scale that they're going to be bringing. But I do feel we will get next gen experiences leading up to that point. But it does set a bar. It does set a bar. It does make you sit there and look at it and say, wow, this is what games can look like. And again, it's only gonna look better as you get closer to that time period. Now, obviously, it's so dope that they went ahead and during that trailer, they took a lot of real world examples of what's going on or what has happened in Florida, um, and they made it fit into that Grand Theft Auto, look and feel. And I'm excited. It shows that they're not shying away, right? They're not going to kind of try to be, you know, uh, forming into a you know, kind of relaxed culture where they don't wanna go too hard on things. They're right there in the forefront of what's going on out there, what has happened out there. They're bringing that to light. They're letting you know that they're gonna be tackling these issues, and I'm excited for it, man. I'm there for it. We're looking for the next evolution of, Grand Theft Auto, the next evolution of what Rockstar Games can bring, and having a next gen only experience where you kinda shed the weight of the previous generation. I think we're in some remarkable gameplay, remarkable graphics. We're really gonna be looking into something special, and I'm very excited about that for sure. Now, sadly, as awesome as the trailer was, we did see that there's already some controversy going on with the game. From the idea of being able to shoot people in the Grand Theft Auto game, to now, Rockstar doing something amazing and shining a light on a female uh, lead protagonist. Looks like they're going to be doing a Bonnie and Clyde type gameplay where you'll have a woman protagonist that you play as, a male protagonist that you play as. Um, and that is a huge, step forward. But of course, people are upset. People are upset because you're going to be allowed to play as a woman, a brown woman specifically in this game. And that it's just so sad to see and hear that we're still there, that we're still in this kind of old mentality, this crappy mentality that I don't understand what needs to take place for us to move forward. I I don't understand. Um, but I will tell you that we are gonna move forward because that's what's happening. Game developers are doing that. They don't care that you're crying. So if you're somebody who's crying about this, I'm sorry, man. You gotta move on. You gotta move on and grow up. Grow up with the times. Stop living in the past, man, with the way you this like caveman mentality. There's a beautiful thing happening right now where representation is happening, and we can't be upset at that. We have to celebrate that. So super excited for Grand Theft Auto 6. I think this was a huge, huge, huge thing. Obviously, the actual trailer leaked the night before it was supposed to go live. They went ahead and made it official last night anyway and put it up. And again, 98 million views at the time of this recording. You can't go wrong with that. But this ain't all we're going to talk about today. Let's go ahead and move on to that next topic now. Listen, I know we're tired of hearing about it, right? The Xbox tax. Oh no, why does this keep coming up? Why do we have to keep talking about it? We have to keep talking about it because it is so blatant in the media that they just blatantly go around and putting these headlines out there to make the Xbox brand look bad, to make the people who love the Xbox brand doubt what Xbox is doing. And I don't understand what is the reason. And now, because of this Grand Theft Auto trailer that came out and we should be celebrating and just having a great time enjoying gaming, we still have to kind of be hit with these again, these just kind of blatant and unnecessary headlines in the media. I got some here, right? This is on Twitter. People are upset, man. People are pissed that this is still going. It's nonstop. Listen to this one here. GTA 6's first hurdle will be the Xbox Series S's hardware. How is that a hurdle that is any different from any other video game being made? How is it different? How is it a hurdle that is something that we need to point out specifically when Rockstar has announced the game for Xbox Series X and Series S? It's announced. They're showing the game. If Rockstar is saying, "Hey, game's coming to Series S," why are we making a headline to question this, to challenge this? Why? Why does this need to happen? It's because of this Xbox tax, right? It's the bias against Xbox that we can't stand, and it's unnecessary. It truly is unnecessary. But let me go ahead and read another one. God, I hope my Xbox Series S can run GTA 6. Let me understand this. You hope, you hope that your Series S can run GTA 6. You hope. Okay. You hope that. So let me ask you a question. You hope this, right? Then again, you read, you read the press release that Rockstar put out, and it says that the game is coming to Series X and Series S. Series S. The S. Do you guys hear the S? I think you do. Why are you wondering? Why are you wondering? Why do you feel the need to put out into the internet that you're not sure if your Series S can run the game? I can't wrap my head around the stupidity behind this headline. This is a just a blatant disrespectful headline that is purposely done to mislead potential Xbox buyers to wonder, "Oh, man, I don't know if I'm gonna get the S because it might not run it. So, maybe I gotta look elsewhere or I gotta get something else." Like, I just don't understand the concept, the mind, the thought behind this. Why? Why do we need to do this? We don't. That's the answer, right? But this is what they do. And then I got one last one for you here. Xbox is running out of time to get it right. The Xbox is running out of time to get it right. What time are we referring to? What what cliff are we approaching here on Xbox's side? Because all I see is a long ass road in front of us of first party games, AAA big budget games, AA games, indie games, third party games, day one Game Pass games. So many games that we frankly don't even understand where we're going to put them. So I want to know, what time frame are we running out of? Like, on the contrary, we look at the other side and we look at PlayStation and we see the loss of CEOs. We see the loss of, top level figureheads of their studios being gone. We see a lack of any new game announcements for the foreseeable future outside of remakes and remasters and the idea of a sequel that might come. But right now, there is nothing happening on the PlayStation side that would make me feel like this is a great choice to have as a system right now because frankly, it's not. There's nothing for the foreseeable future that we know is coming to the console. But where are the articles about PlayStation coming up and running out of time to make a announcement of some video games coming to us? Um, where's the talk about how crazy it would be if they lost their settlement or they lost they were being sued for $8 billion. What's going to happen if they lose that? If they had $8 billion to just spend, they probably would have tried to get Bethesda. No, no, yeah. Why wouldn't they? Oh, because they don't have that type of money to go ahead and spend, and frankly, to waste because of a lawsuit. So I don't see all the gloom and doom when we're looking over at the PlayStation side of things, but there's doom and gloom over here. Xbox fans, let me talk to you real quick. As much as it sucks that these clowns in the media constantly think that the best thing that they should do is constantly try to spread this overcast on Xbox and Xbox Series S and the games and everything that Xbox does. As much as that's their intent, just remember that at the end of the day, we get the last laugh because we get the games. Our side, they're investing in us. Our side wants to make sure that we don't have to come out of the pocket any more than we need to with Game Pass because they're going to supply us with so much content that if you never bought a game outside of that, you would still be fulfilled. But even then, they're still going ahead and grabbing third parties and bringing them day and date to Game Pass for you. That is what being a Xbox owner and a Game Pass subscriber gives you. Not this fear that they're trying to put over the brand. Just at the end of the day, we're going to keep calling this out, right? We're not going to stop because we're not going to let them just think that it's okay to do. But just remember that at the end of the day, we're winning. We are winning because we have the games. And this is about games, right? If it's about games, then we're winning. And that's the only thing that matters. Moving on to the last topic before we get out of here. Talking about gloom and doom, the PlayStation has been banning accounts over on PSN. PlayStation players, you're not safe. We're not safe. I haven't even checked to see if I'm banned. I mean, I haven't turned on my PlayStation, God knows how long, but I haven't even checked, right? Now, this is the thing. You have people like Tom Warren, right? Tom Warren's out here, he's doing God's work out here spreading the news. So he writes this. I'm going to go ahead and read it to you guys. PlayStation keeps reminding us why digital ownership sucks. Sony's content removals and unexpected account bans are timely reminders of why you don't really own digital content. Now, this is the thing. There's so many accounts on Twitter that have come out and talked about how they were banned from their accounts. Their accounts were banned. They can't access their games. They can't access anything. Now, remember, just a little bit ago, we heard the news from PlayStation that they were going to shut down certain movies and TV shows or whatever that were purchased, and you weren't going to be able to access them. Now, we're hearing people getting blocked out of their entire ecosystem to play their games. Listen, whether they fix this or don't fix this, let me tell you something that PlayStation fans did not hear from Sony. What they didn't hear was, hey guys, sorry about this. There was some type of technical issue. If you see that you're banned, don't stress it. We're going to fix it. Just lay low, relax. We'll handle it. No, no. People are panicking about the games that they purchased being lost. Now, you think that Sony would have their customer service on point? No. Countless accounts on Twitter out here spreading the word, letting people know that the customer service is telling them nothing we could do. Create a new account is what it is. Unfortunately, it's not that simple, right? It's not that simple. You should not be told that and then just be disconnected on. But this is what they did, and this is what they do. Now, again, whether or not this gets sorted out doesn't even matter. Okay. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that they're not actually going to keep these people banned. I think at that point, if this was true, it would be some type of riot in the streets, and somebody might actually make a complaint against PlayStation in earnest. Maybe somebody in the media might make a big deal about this if that were to actually happen. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay. Obviously, I do think that they'll get their accounts back at some point, right? Because it's like thousands of people. It just has to happen. But regardless, where are all the huge headlines about how crazy this was? Not there. Where's Sony speaking out on this? Not there. Where's PlayStation fans speaking out of this outside of the ones that got banned? Not there. Leave it to the Xbox guys to go ahead and make sure that people can see what's going on. It's so disappointing that that is the ecosystem that Sony has. This is what PlayStation is. They don't take accountability for anything. They don't. Yet you have so many people out here in the media who sit there and make it their business to avoid shining the light on anything negative that comes PlayStation's way. And frankly, it's self-inflicted. They're doing this stuff to themselves. Yet the media, they don't want to make a big deal about it. No biggie. Sony did it. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Xbox does it. Now we have a problem. Now there's an issue. Listen, I could tell you right now, I would not feel safe if PlayStation was my main console. If everything I did revolved around PlayStation, I would not feel safe at all. Not in the slightest. Because look at what can happen. Look at what can happen. Even though I'm assuming, again, giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to get these people's accounts back online, look at what they have to experience, how much stress they have to go through. That's just not my type of spot. It's not my type of spot. People like to complain about Xbox for no reason whatsoever. Meanwhile, Xbox does everything in their power to be consumer first, to be player first. And I, for one, am thankful to Xbox for giving us that. Listen, guys, this was the show. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Please make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. This was my first news video that I've done. And it's not really a news video, it's more of my take on things, on certain things that are going on. But again, if you liked it, hit the like button. Please subscribe. Leave a comment in the in the comment section. That's where they go. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I did. It's the first time. It was rough, but I got through it. With that, make sure you hit us up on Point for Gamers. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.